Good day and welcome, guys. Welcome to the 21st Century Business Podcast. Today we have a special guest. I'm quite excited to have you on this show. And for those of you who don't know, the 21st Century Business Podcast is simply about people, businesses in the 21st century who are doing extraordinary things in an unconventional way, but earning extraordinary money and also creating extraordinary impact. So today we've got Portia, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about herself and what she does. And she is one of those, rising star in the financial services market, which is quite refreshing because it is said to be a male-dominated industry. But she's going to tell us all about that and what she does. So, Portia, welcome.
Thank you so much, Lonabo. Thank you for inviting me.
Awesome.
It's a great honor. Well, my name is Portia, of course, you've said. Khumalo by surname. I am from a big town called Gwagwa in the Free State, a small village called Matebeleng Village. So, grew up there, raised up there by my grandparents. So my passion for financial markets, it developed later in stage while I was still in varsity. Growing up in a village, the only exposure I had was, farming, agriculture. So I believed that is something that I would actually excel in because I grew up around it. My grandfather had a big yard where I would go eat from there, definitely, and animals as well. So I carried on because I believed that is, something that I can actually do.
Sure.
However, as soon as I got to varsity on my final year, actually, that's when I got exposed to Forex. I was very curious as, what is this? So I started to attend seminars. I started to ask more questions about it. However, it was very difficult to make that decision, of course. How do you come back at home and say, guys, I think I made a wrong career choice. This is what I actually really want.
Sure.
However, I actually got very good support from my mother and my family as well. And that's when I started to go to stock market college, learn more about the inside of financial markets.
Sure.
What is it? It really broadened my, spectrum as to what I really thought what it was and what it really was, I
wanna take you back a bit. So you did your varsity, right?
Yes.
And now you're in a final year. So what did you actually study in varsity?
I was doing BC in environmental sciences.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And then, but luckily for you, it was easy to actually break out and do something different. And, your parents supported you, in that decision. So, so tell us more about that decision. Like, what was everybody saying? Your friends, colleagues, were they not saying you wasted all these years, studying and now you want to do something different?
Of course. It wasn't just a decision whereby I just woke up, right? Because knowing where I come from, I couldn't afford to make such a decision. There's been money spent. There's been, so many sacrifices made for me to actually be in varsity. So that actually caused me to have depression. I had anxiety. It was really bad because now I'm fighting against what I'm saying. I cannot say I cannot do this. And also I'm fighting for passion as well, something that I really love, something that actually makes me want to wake up in the morning. So it was a very conflicted time in my life because also I was asking God, what's really happening? Please help me finish this course so that I can do what I want. But unfortunately, life had a way of working out and it couldn't happen. The depression was just so bad to a point where I had to be admitted in a psychiatric hospital for a month. That bad. It was really that bad. So it was a very tough time for everybody. But I woke up from that and I said, I still need to pursue my dreams.
Sure. right? And then you decided to go to the stock market college.
Yeah.
So did your parents help fund that? Did you have to do a side hustle for you to fund that? Take us through that period.
My mother actually funded. My mom helped me to finish that course, and yeah, she's been my anchor till today.
Awesome, incredible. Yes. So, and then how was your experience then with the stock market college? Did it really help you to get into the industry, to make you understand what the industry is all about?
It really helped me a lot to understand what the industry is about, which also brings me back to a lot of people when they think of Forex, they think that it's an easy money-making scheme,
sure,
whereas it's actually not. You need to invest in yourself with education, understand what's going on. There's a lot of companies that are involved for a movement in the market to actually happen. There's a lot of power involved. You need to be informed about that as well as to what's happening on the news. So it really helps you to be aware of your surroundings. Why are the petrol prices going up? Why are the oil prices going up? Why is there, so many changes that are happening? That knowing what's happening in the financial markets will actually allow a person to become a problem solver in so many things as well, if they are informed.
Sure.
So if you become very much solution based, because now you are aware of the decisions that are being taken and that are actually going to affect your daily life.
Sure.
The bread that you eat, why is it no longer 9 rands and now it's 18 rands
sure,
in a space of 5 years?
Sure.
What are the decisions that have been made, and how can I well prepare myself for the future?
Sure.
For your family, for people around you, and also for yourself.
Sure.
Is it important for me to actually get a loan now, or in 3 years to come, for me to buy a property loan, home loan? So those are the decisions that we make every day, but we actually limit ourselves as to it only affects me because of this is my decision.
Sure.
But whereas there's a bigger spectrum that actually affects your decision.
Sure. I started to be curious about Forex in 2015 already.
Yes.
And 2015, 2016. And, one of the things that actually put me off the Forex market is that I had a guy, we see everything on social media, right? And we see the glitz and the glamour, the boys are showing off, their whips and all of that. So, for a young man, that's very attractive, right? So when you see all of that, and I don't want to say I was fortunate, but I was in a position where I met someone who sat me down, who said, look, this is how most people actually make money in Forex. Yeah. And he said, most people that you see on Instagram don't necessarily make money on trading the financial markets.
Yeah.
Some of them actually make money on teaching, the courses. They make money on being IBs.
Yeah.
So I was like, I felt that it looks like it's deception. And I had very strong feelings about that. And the result, I actually didn't get involved in the Forex market because of those feelings that I had and the information that I got. So this guy didn't tell me that there's actually people who are making money trading the financial markets.
True.
But maybe those guys, you're not going to probably find them on social media. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But, in the main, the guys that were prominent at the time, that's how they were making money. So that's one element. But on the other hand, I've had a lot of friends who are Forex traders. And because of my love for or my curiosity, let's rather put it like that, for the world economy, and geopolitics, who's doing what and what's likely to affect what, And I had guys saying that, because of this base knowledge, you would actually make a good trader. But then you have other people on the other side who mainly focus on just the technical analysis.
True.
They don't care who's the president of what and who says what, how the Fed is doing what and how it's going to affect, So if I want to be a good Forex trader, how important is it for me to have the balance of being able to read the technical analysis at the very same time to know what's happening in the, I think they call it the fundamental analysis,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So tell us about those two and why it's important for me to understand both of them.
That's actually a very good question, because people tend to focus on one sector, whereas they actually correlate. The reason why I'm saying that is because of, let's say that you are a trader and you mainly focus on technical analysis. You see the pattern that there's a double bottom, therefore the price is bound to drop. However, the news, the repo rates are out, inflation rates, there's NFP that has been said, there's CPI as well. So those are the things that, market movements that actually affect how the market actually moves. And that's when people would say, okay, now my analysis, the price just shoot down according to my analysis, or it went over according to my resistance. So there's so many things that actually you need to be well informed about as a trader. You need to know what's happening around you and also be able to interpret the chart that you see, because it's different prices. One thing that we normally say is that history normally repeats itself in the financial markets. Where the price was, 10 years ago, it's highly probable, it's highly, might happen again. The probability is actually really high that the price might drop down there. Simple example with what happened with COVID, right? Oil prices were going down. It went below zero. Like literally, it's what we call the market crash. The market crash happened in 1929, whereby companies were even shut down, which is what we experienced in our lifetime.
Sure.
So it's something that happened in the past and it had to repeat itself.
Sure.
So basically what we like saying is the market has to accumulate funds. It's like a machine whereby if the money is out too much, it must collect money. And where does it collect money? From your losses. From your losses. So you need to be aware. That's why we say there has to be risk management that is taken into place. You need to take a risk management course. Understand, if I have 10,000 rands and I want to buy gold, what are the risks involved? Must I now, buy gold as it is right now as we speak? But it's not like that. You need to analyze. You need to see if the price is lower at this point and then it's going to go up, I must buy it low so that I make more money. It's simple things that we use every day.
Sure.
People buy stuff and then sell them higher. You've made your profit. The same applies within the financial markets. Like the understanding of it is so practical because it's the things that we do every day. I believe that there are so many traders out there that are so good because, but they simply don't know it. If they had the knowledge to actually sit down and be taught, they can actually make some, really good traders. And what I mean about a good trader is not someone who's always making money. That's highly impossible. The reason why I'm saying it's impossible is because nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Sure.
Nobody can predict the future.
Sure. And
when you're in the financial markets, that's what you're trying to do. You have all of these ingredients that are given to you to see. These are technical analysis. These are fundamentals. The news is going to come out tomorrow. Based on what you see and what you know, what do you think is going to happen? Basically, that's what makes a good trader. Are you able to process that and apply it?
Sure.
And also learn from your mistakes. Why did I lose that 10,000? Sure. So it's like you have all of these ingredients of making a cake. If there's no sugar, the cake is not going to be nice. True. You must have all the right measurements. You must have all the right, ingredients as well. The right heat for the stove, a good stove as well. You must be there to see, moderate, is my cake still coming fine?
Sure.
Even if you have all the ingredients, the heat and everything, you must time it. In 80 minutes, it should be fine. In 60 minutes, it should be fine. So that's why people who are successful traders, they know their trades. They know why they made a loss. They are there to actually sit down, ask for help as well, because you can't know. There's no way you can know everything else.
So with you being in this space, I think this is going to be like a lot of, I think a lot of people will be interested in this question, right?
Yeah.
Because I know I am. I mean, you've been in the space now for a while.
Yeah.
You've seen quite a lot of, real traders, fake traders, whatever the case is. But the bottom line is, I mean, the Forex market is what, $6.6 trillion a day market? But do people actually get to make money? Of course, I understand when people are doing first year university, you'll find that there's 100 students.
Yeah.
Come graduation, there will be less than 10, possibly, right?
Definitely.
So we're not expecting everybody in the Forex market to make money.
Yeah.
Because people don't really apply themselves equally, right? So some people won't have the patience, some people will work harder than others, So, but in the main, are people making money in Forex?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
Yes, there are. I saw that when I started working as a business developer at a financial brokerage, and it has gained me an opportunity to actually manage accounts. Mm-hmm. But, that's part of the job, actually managing accounts of, our clients. And I wouldn't have believed it if I had not seen it with my eyes, to be honest with you. But South Africa has people with money. And people who make money, they're very quiet. People who make real money. I can guarantee you that one of my clients, very young person, and he does not mind losing 1 million rands over a trade. And he can fund that money even now, can even make money, triple that as well.
Wow.
So I've seen it. There are people who actually make money, and people like that, they understand money. They won't lose it and say, oh my God, your company this, or your company manipulated the system.
Sure.
They understand money. They understand, financial markets and how does it work. They are able to hold themselves accountable to say, okay, I've been holding a position for too long because I was expecting that the dollar is going to go up, but it didn't go my direction. So those are the people that actually make money, people who have the right understanding. Hence, I emphasize on the fact that people need to invest in themselves and take the time to actually understand what's happening around them. Sure. Know their trading strategy. Sure. I mean, even when we're sitting like this, the way that you're going to trade and how I'm going to trade is totally different. So you must know yourself as well. It's a way of actually finding the kind of person that you are as well. Are you someone who is short-tempered? It will show in your trading.
Wow.
Are you someone who's aggressive? It will show in your trading. People would take huge lot sizes, saying that the market is exactly going to go like this. That's someone who is arrogant, and it does show in your trading. So it does humble you as well as a person. Not because there's money involved. Money involves emotions.
Wow.
So you learn a lot. And I think if you can actually master that as a person, you can succeed in everything that you do. Whether it's businesses that you're going to do outside, if you are going to be renting property, if you are going to have to take very good financial decisions in a business, something that is not even related to Forex, you are going to be matured enough to make those decisions.
I like the word you use there, that they're able to hold themselves accountable. Because, I mean, in the space that we are in, a lot of people will get into stuff, having made their own informed decision, who are hopefully informed. But then if something doesn't go the way they expected, then they want to be like little kids. They want to throw their toys. They want to blame someone. They will never ever blame themselves, right? But you're saying people who actually make money, they know how to hold themselves accountable. Yeah. That is very, very important.
They know how to control their emotions.
Wow. And I think I like the fact that you you're talking about Forex, but you're talking about real world. You're talking about, life. You're talking about business. You're talking about, So I really, really like that. So now let's get to what you do at Infinox, right?
Yes.
So someone like me, Lonabo, knows nothing about Forex, but is quite curious, right? Maybe he's an entrepreneur in their own right, or maybe he's, building a career, somewhere, but he wants to try these Forex things out, and is willing, understand the fact that there's risk involved and all of that. So what does your position at Infinox entail? And also, how do you help someone like me who's new in the Forex, who's new, wanting to get involved in the Forex market, and, wants to make some money?
So what I do at Infinox is that I'm a business developer. So my role basically entails managing traders, managing IBs, managing clients, high net worth clients book as well. So it's a lot of, responsibilities that I have to account for. However, what has made me to actually excel in what I do is because of I understand the meaning of service. I feel honored that God has actually placed me where I am, whereby with something, like I said, money is very personal. True. Money is very personal. And for God to place me in a position whereby he trusts me to actually allow people to see money differently, allow people to actually make good financial decisions that are actually going to not only have a great impact in their lives, but people around them as well.
Sure.
So not only am I seeing myself as, I'm a senior business developer at Infinox. I must be really good at what I do. But no, it's more than that. It's more like a calling, if I may put it like that, because even with my clients, before I even sign a deal over, before I even, say this is the agreement, this is the mutual agreement that we're going to have, I take my time to actually understand a person. What are your goals? What are your financial goals? What are you trying to achieve?
Sure.
What is it? Why are you even trading?
Sure.
There are reasons. People have different reasons. And it all comes back to one thing. Money has to be made. So for me, it allows me to be in a very better position that a person is now able to come to me and be able to be honest with me to say, Portia, listen, this is what I actually want to achieve, but I feel like these are the challenges that I'm facing. So it allows my clients to actually have an honest conversation with me. And I will celebrate with you when you actually achieve that goal that you mentioned to me 6 months ago or a year ago, that now you're able to achieve it. So not only that, it comes back to the support that I ought to give to our partners and clients as well. I understand what is expected from me. There's nothing as sad as, I remember when I was blowing accounts while I was still an amateur, I would be so frustrated. I wouldn't even eat for a day because there was no support. And if I was someone else, I could have just given up and said, this thing does not work. You know what, let me go try other things. But actually look at where I am today. But so there are so many people who aren't as fortunate, who would actually appreciate the support that they're going to get in their trading journey. And I believe God has placed me there to serve for that purpose. So it allows, it has given me an opportunity for me to see actually literally 7 out of 10 of my book, people are actually doing so well. There's a huge improvement plan that has taken place. So I speak with them on a daily basis. Some of them, I even know their kids' names. I even know their spouses' names as well, their favorite color as well.
Sure.
So it gets to a point whereby someone also understands that they also must give it their 100%. They must, if I say you need to work on this, you are an aggressive trader. I've seen it in your trades. They're able to apply, that and say, what do you suggest that I actually do?
Sure.
Spend more time on the platform. Ask more questions. I'll definitely be here for you. So Coming to a question of someone who would come to me and say, Porsche, this is what I want to do, you will definitely get that. There's no way that you would know me and there's no improvement in your life. Sure. There has to be something that you've taken, and that's what makes me wake up in the morning, knowing that I have to, God has called me out to actually service. And if he's positioning me there, then I must give it my 100% so that he can trust me with bigger tasks as well.
Wow.
And also for someone else to say and look back and feel good that they were managed by me, and feel good that they've managed to achieve something in their lives because of, this is the kind of support that they were able to get.
Wow. Service, right? So, yeah, that's really, really awesome to hear. I hear a lot of guys complaining on social media, this broker, that, and there was even a guy who was saying, he said something on Facebook. He said, he calls himself a broker killer.
Yes.
So, and I commented on the other day, and I said, if you're gonna kill brokers, where are you gonna trade?
Yes.
So it's like they're here for you and you for them. Why has to be? There has to be this animosity.
Yeah.
So and it's creating like a wrong precedent, right? Especially for the new guys. It's giving them misinformation about what the brokers actually do. So maybe with Infinox, right? What are some of the services, apart from what you just said now, some of the services that you guys offer for someone who's trying, wants to try trading? I know there's also copy trades and stuff like that, so where would, if I wanted to start now, what would you suggest where, that I should start?
So the nice thing that I love about Infinox is that it has a retentions team, right? So the retentions team is the team that is able to give you enough support when you actually are an active trader on your live platform. So they are market specialists. So that's the kind of support that you're actually going to get. Not a lot of brokers have that. I believe we are the only one in Africa that actually does that, because most brokers, what they do is that they just provide you the trading platform.
Sure.
You register and that's about it. You must just fund and then that's it. There's no sense of, being a better trader. There's no room for you. You don't know who to call to say, why did I actually blow my account? Sure. What's the mistake that I actually did? You must first send an email that whoever is going to get to you, maybe, you even get an automated email as a response.
True.
So with us, the fact that we have so many branches all over Africa, that must tell you something. We're not going anywhere. We're fully regulated, multi-regulated for that matter. So that must allow clients to actually feel that my money is actually safe here.
Sure.
Should there be any issues or anything that I see is not making sense, I know where to go. There is an office, 2 offices in South Africa. And if there's they see that they are my money, I'm not getting it, and everything was fine, you are able to actually go to the FSCA and say, lodge a complaint and say, Infinox, this is the case, this is what happened, there will be a full investigation that is done, there will be a form of transparency. So we don't even get that because it doesn't even get there.
Sure. Because
of the constant support communication that we doing with clients. So a person is able to say, this is the problem that I encountered. Are you guys able to help me? Or is it a support problem? It can get solved right away. And one of the services that we also do have is copy trading, whereby for people who say, listen, Posh, my life is too busy. I have a 9 to 5. After getting home, I have kids to look after. I can't, there's no time, or I am studying for that matter. So copy trading is a platform that you can actually use user-friendly on your phone. You just download it and you just copy trades from elite traders. So not everybody who is there, the names that you're actually going to see is people that we've actually assessed, people that we've seen their trading history. We know instruments that they actually trade. We know the risk that they actually take in a trade. Is it 30% of the deposit? So you're given a choice, a freedom of choice, whereby you can say, okay, I want to trade USD ZAR for now. You will definitely find a trader that has that's only specializing on USD ZAR, and you're able to copy their trades, and then that's it. You can only have access, of course, given that you have an account with Infinox.
Sure. So, guys, we are gonna put all the details, Portia's social media handles, Infinox social media handles. For those of you who are gonna be watching this from YouTube. You're gonna find it in the description. I need you to follow Portia. You can see she knows what she's talking about, and you definitely want to learn from people who basically know what they're talking about. Robert Kiyosaki talks about fake teachers, right?
Yeah.
People who are teaching something that they're not even doing in real life. It's something that they've learned from a book. Just watch a few YouTube videos here and there, and all of a sudden now they're experts, right? So I like the fact that you've been in this game for years.
Yeah.
So tell me about if people really want to. What would be a message for women in the space, right? I'm not sure. Is it really still male dominated, or has that changed over the years? And what would be a message for women who are wanting to get into the space?
The message that I will give to ladies and women who would love to be in the financial markets is that it has to be a calling, to be honest. It definitely has to be something that you love. Because there are going to be moments where you feel like quitting. How do you actually make someone come back from losing 10 million rands? Wow. Who is your client? It's very hard to take that call and say, how are you actually going to soothe that person to actually come back to the financial markets? So you have to make decisions every day that are actually either going to, destroy you or actually build you. So you are constantly, pushed to your maximum potential.
Sure.
I believe what I would actually say is that if you do want to see what kind of potential you have as a woman in the financial markets, definitely do join us, because every day you'll be tested to actually, take the right decision all the time. There will be temptations, because it's money involved. You still have to do what is right. And in as much as it sounds easy, it's not always easy to do something that is right.
Sure.
So definitely. You will be pushed to your maximum level, and you're going to feel good after that, because you've actually done things that you actually never thought you would do. You've actually overcame challenges. You've actually taken account for things that you never used to think that you would actually do. Wow. Yeah.
So it actually grows you as a person.
It maximizes you to your utmost potential.
Wow. So, and then, for people that, that are getting involved, with yourself, Infinox, the kind of support, do you have WhatsApp groups? Do you have Telegram groups? Do you have telephonic support? What kind of support do you guys offer for people who are new in the space?
I believe it goes back to an individual. Are you a team player?
Sure.
Right? Because we could have support groups. It still goes back to you as an individual. Are you actually taking, advantage of the people that are on the trading floor?
Sure.
The people who have more experience than you. Those are the people that you actually have to look up to. You must ask questions as much as you can. And be willing to learn something new every day. Be willing to be, a student again, because that's how we learn, that's how you grow. So it needs someone who's a team player more than anything else, someone who can actually multitask above all, because you're not only focusing on managing accounts, you still have to do events, you still have to do world tours. you still have to, call clients. You still have to have one-on-one, conversations and meetings as well. So you must be able to multitask. And some tasks, you cannot achieve them without other people's help.
Sure.
So you must be someone who's willing to work with other people.
Sure.
And the greatest support that you can actually get, and it's honestly from yourself. I mean, you can tell me every day that I have the best potential, I can do this. But if I am not taking the right decisions from the time when I actually wake up, when nobody is there, I'm not going to produce any results.
Wow. So guys, there you have it from Portia Khumalo. She's one of the leading ladies in the financial services, specifically the Forex market. It's been a pleasure having you. I've basically learned quite a lot. I don't know, I might even consider, trading myself. And thank you so much for joining us. So again, guys, please do make sure that you follow her on all her social media handles. We will be putting them on the description if you're watching us from YouTube. So thank you so much, Portia, for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers.